What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Steezy Smith in the building, and today let's talk NBA basketball. So as we all know, the Philadelphia 76ers star duo of Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid just has not been working out. Last couple of years in the playoffs, they've fallen well short of expectations, and one of the reasons why they don't perform as well in the playoffs is just because once the game slows down, there's more of an emphasis on half-court basketball, half-court offense, Ben Simmons, he's just not willing to shoot the basketball. And Embiid, while he can shoot, he's not the best shooter. He's not the best floor spacing big man. And so come playoff time, teams just sag off of Ben Simmons when he's bringing the ball up, and the paint and the floor is so clogged. Everyone is just in the paint. And so Ben Simmons, he's unable to do his thing, do his damage. And I think that if he's willing to just take more shots, if teams are willing to just respect the fact that he can't shoot threes, then that'll change. But I think that this coming playoffs, if there is even a playoffs this season, I think that once again they're gonna fall short. And if that's to happen, then there are gonna be a few teams lurking. And come this offseason, I feel like one of those teams will be my Miami Heat. And here's why. Pat Riley, he's always well hunting. He loves bringing in the big star to Miami. He loves bringing in stars, as evidenced by, the big three a while back. And so with Embiid, he's going to have the best center in basketball. He's going to have a guy that has established chemistry with Jimmy Butler. They call each other brother, so they're pretty good friends. They're pretty close. They play together in Philly, and they played pretty well together. And so I think that Miami will be the perfect spot for him. And Miami, they have the perfect pieces to offer in a trade. They can offer up Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, a future first-round pick, a future second-round pick. And after this season, you have guys like Goran Dragic, Jay Crowder, Solomon Hill, and Myers Leonard. All their money's coming off the books, and so that'll leave Miami with about $27 million in cap space. And most of that cap space is going to be dedicated to absorbing an Embiid deal, because if you're only sending out rookie scale deals, obviously the money's not going to match up. Miami also has a trade exception in the James Johnson trade from last season, or from earlier this season, to the Memphis Grizzlies. And so when you combine that trade exception with the young prospects, you have the perfect combination, and I think that it's a win-win for both sides. So here's what the deal is going to look like. Miami's going to send out Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, a future first, a future second, and then they use that trade exception to land Joel Embiid and backup point guard Shake Milton, who I think has potential. And he's not your average throwaway. I think that he has potential, and Miami would be looking for a point guard in exchange. And so it's a win-win for both sides, because Miami gets their star. They get their third star to pair with Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. You still have Iggy over there. They could look to re-sign Goran Dragic, Jay Crowder, and Derrick Jones Jr. is still there. I forgot to even mention dude right there. And with Philly, if you want to build around Ben Simmons, you want to surround him with as much shooting as possible. And so after this hypothetical trade, then you field a lineup with Ben Simmons, Josh Richardson, Tobias Harris, Al Horford, and then you have Duncan Robinson, you have Tyler Hero, Kendrick Nunn. Now you have all these options coming off the bench. And earlier this season, when Embiid was missing time, Ben Simmons was cooking. He was going off. And vice versa. When Ben Simmons was missing time, Embiid was cooking. He was going off. And so I think that if there's to be another disappointment in the playoffs, they're going to have to pick between the two. And if I was Philly, I'd go with Ben Simmons. He's a little younger. He's not as injury prone. So with Embiid, there is a little bit of drama whenever he's involved at times, and I'm not saying that it's excessive to the point where they should ship him out simply because of the drama, but I think that if you're nitpicking between Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, me personally, I'd go with Ben Simmons. All right, and so once again, I feel like Miami will definitely be a team that'll come calling. They love to hunt for stars. Pat Riley, he's a big whale type of guy, and definitely before he retires, this man is over 70 years old already. He wants to go off into the sunset, bringing another championship to South Beach. And I think that if Joel Embiid is to be traded to the Miami Heat, they'll be the best team in the Eastern Conference. So they'll definitely challenge for a title easily. They'll be championship contenders. Like I said, with Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, you have one of the best head coaches in basketball, and Eric Spoelstra. And then, like I said, you still have the ability to re-sign guys like Goran Dragic, Jay Crowder. You still have Iggy over there, Derrick Jones Jr., Kelly Olynyk. And guys, don't try this trade on the ESPN trade machine just because Miami has a lot of expiring contracts. But don't worry, I made the math work. So Y'all don't gotta worry about that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Is this a good trade for Miami? A bad trade? Is this a good trade for Philly or a bad trade? Should they even make this deal at all? Let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget, get at me on social media. On Twitter, C_Jersey12. Or you can also follow my other sports page at Steezy Sports Center. You can find me on Facebook, Calvin Domingo. You can find me on Instagram at Steezy_away. I have all those for y'all in the description. So just be sure to check that out. Steezy out.